in this reality, if you are a person who plays by the rules, like me, if you're a person who tries to be fair, and generally speaking, tries to do the right thing, not try to tear other people down to gain yourself, steal from other people to gain for yourself. If you're this type of person, you're going to find it extremely hard to get anywhere in this life. And this, I think, is just the way the world's set up, man. Whether whether we were just made here organically, like the Big Bang Theory, or God made us good and evil, and we're just like pawns on his chessboard, and he's being entertained by seeing what we do and struggles we go through. If you're a righteous person, and you live in a eat or be eaten world, it's gonna be really hard for you to go anywhere. It really is. If you look at the animal kingdom, like look at the plant-eating animals like deer or whatever, and then they get eaten alive by predators. They don't do nothing wrong. They don't hurt nobody. Look at cows. They don't do nothing wrong. They don't hurt nobody. And we slaughter them because we like the taste of their meat. They don't do nothing. They just exist and they eat food. They don't bother nobody. They don't try to hurt anybody. Just want to be left alone. And that's what it seems. That's the way it seems. This reality's. It's the way it is. And that's why you see people who are scumbags are in charge, because you have to step on people. Whether it's business, whether it's politics, whether it's whatever, you gotta step on other people and smash other people and wrong other folks to get in positions where you want. Let's take a quarterback that's a backup. He wants to play, obviously. Is he rooting for the starter to get hurt so he gets his opportunity? Perhaps. Well, they'll never admit it. He knows that he could do a better job. He's competing. But for whatever reason, the coach, he's outworking him and everything. The coach wants the other guy to be the starter. There's more clout on that other guy, so deep down he could want him hurt. He want him to get hurt so he gets his opportunity. Get him out of the way. You can see this in our society where we prop up these celebrities and then relish in their demise when things fall apart, when scandals arise. We want to tear them down. This is how it's been for such a long time. I think it's envy and jealousy. I think it's like being in awe of like this character, of this person that has so much power and have so much popularity, and then you hear something. It's kind of like rumors or whatever. Like, people love fucking rumors. They love to hear other people drama. They love to hear that shit. But people also love a story of redemption where, yeah, they fall from grace, but then they come back, maybe even stronger or even better. I say all this because it's like, you look at this matrix, this system that we're in, where it just feels like you're going nowhere. But for me, for example, you hear me complaining about my job, or I feel like I don't ever feel I'm in anywhere where I can really thrive. And when I do thrive, I'm undervalued, underappreciated. I'm not in any type of situation that really uplifts me to really show my true potential, or like live my true potential. And I feel like that's because I try to do things the right way. You know, I'm not perfect, obviously. I've probably scorned people in my life and pissed people off. I'm not perfect. There's people that have negative thoughts of me, for sure. But I don't try to get something out of people by completely manipulating them. That's what the system we're in, man. That's what they like. If you look at the elites and you look at 2020 and 2021, and obviously there's a suppressed information that the media doesn't want out, and Elon is letting that out, and there's a coercion of authoritarian law enforcement, 3-letter agencies who are funded by us, and they're working directly against us. I mean, that's quite clear. And we don't have we do. I guess there is this smoking gun, kind of, but it's not like boom, like directly in your face, so everyone can be like, dude, are you serious? It's kind of like abstract. Like, here's enough. Here's a hint. That's what it seems like. But you're not going to get the whole boom. And even with the Trump and the insurrection thing, like, I just don't get. I understand they want to lock him up so bad, and this is my issue. My issue is there's not the fair balance. Like, obviously there's insider trading going on both sides, but they don't do nothing about that with these politicians. Why is that? There's obviously campaign contribution mishandleness or whatever, dude. I'm not the smartest person. I don't care. But These agencies don't do nothing about it. Why is that? Because they have a separate agenda. I think that 2020 and 2021 were just massive tests on the population to see what we would do. Like, for me, I'm obviously out of the matrix, and anybody that listens to this content is obviously out of the matrix. And when you're out of the matrix, you're pretty much an outsider. Hopefully the mass population will be one day, but I'm not really betting on it. Possibly. Yeah, I didn't participate in 2021. I didn't participate in that. I'm not saying I'm the smartest person, but I can see a scam a mile away. Not always, but I can see a scam. I get taken for rides, like the BlockFi thing. I got scammed. But I think that we're being scammed, and I see it. And it's frustrating. Most people don't see it. It's frustrating. People think that that's normal. It's frustrating seeing, just scrolling through TikTok and people having lives. Basically, the thing was fine. Oh, it's great. It's the greatest thing. And I want to, debate them, but it's like a waste of time. I'm not going to change their mind. They're not going to change my mind. But it's frustrating that people just don't see things for the way it is, the way they are. They don't see that they're being divided. They don't see that they're being by themselves. That's what they want. They want us separated from each other. That's why they want the nuclear family destroyed. To divide us. I might have been one of those sheep if certain things didn't happen for me to what really triggered me to wake up and start looking into things for what it really is was, I kind of always had a feeling that this is fake. We're being lied to since I was a kid or whatever. But you just kind of ignore it. Maybe that's not for real. That's conspiracy theorist. There ain't much I can do. I remember being a little punk rocker back in the 90s. Thinking yeah, the system, anti-war, this and that. What can I do? You kind of give up on it and you move on. watched the movie, the Zeitgeist movie in 2007, 2008. And that woke me up. But, I had kids, and I kind of just went back to sleep, and it's like, went back to being a normie. 2016, 2015 woke me up big time when me and my ex-fiance broke up, and that red pilled me. Not all the way, but it made me start to wake up and see like women for what they are. And then the female in Washington, that woke me up even more. That kind of like solidified, because I was still purple pilled, and he's still kind of like, I see things for the way they are, but I kind of wanted to not. I wanted some type of normalcy, man. I wanted like this happily ever after type of thing, and she checked all the boxes, and she really liked me, and hypergamy took over, and that's when I realized this matrix or whatever doesn't want me happy. It wants me to suffer. It wants these doors closed. It wants these opportunities. It wants like me not to have opportunities. It wants my potential to be unrealized. It feels like that one guy that was sentenced to hell, I forgot his name, where he had to push a boulder up and down this hill. So as soon as he pushed the boulder up the hill, the boulder would fall back down the hill, and he'd have to keep doing it over and over. And that's what it feels like we're living in, like a version of that. It's not like I'm doing the same task over and over. When I come to work, it's very similar. The process is very similar. There's different objects, different things that happen, but it's pretty much the same thing over and over. A lot of being a human is reliving the same day over. Like you have to go to sleep. You have to. So you have to have somewhere you come back and rest your head, somewhere safe. Unless you want to sleep out in the streets or in the woods somewhere where you can be attacked at any time and have you can be attacked at your house, obviously, but it's a little bit more secure. It's like being a human, you need security. I don't like being a negative person, man. I really don't. I feel like my interactions with other people are like I'm supposed to be like happy. I'm supposed to be like that cool guy that everyone likes, everyone gets along with, and I pretty much am. I'm cool with everybody. Like, I think that I'm supposed to be more of an extrovert than I am, and probably more of a normie. That's the feeling I get out of people when I talk to them. Like, I'm supposed to be a normie, but I'm not. And I'm not any better than them. They're better than me at a lot of things. And a lot of these people that I encounter in my life are way smarter than me. Not smarter than these people. Like, way more intelligent. But it's like, I literally feel like I have to push this rock up the mountain every fucking day, and for it to roll back down. And and I'm just supposed to be, I'm supposed to be happy with that. And while I'm doing this, I'm the guy that escaped. I think it's from Plato's little thing where you got people chained up in a cave and you got puppets or shadows on the wall, and people are enamored by that. I escaped. I'm looking out in the real world to see how things really are. And I've freed some people. And they come out and see, and they just don't want to. They go back into, actually put their chains on and watch the puppets because that's safe. They want that bondage. They want that slavery. Because that's what they're comfortable with. And some, I don't have to do this. I don't have to work a regular job. I can be a bum on the streets. So in some ways, I am like them anyway. I'm just not really materialistic. But it's like you keep on existing and realizing that it doesn't fucking matter what you do, and you're never gonna get credit for anything. And it comes down to, what is the fucking point? If I'm not gonna get any type of credit, like my ex-fiance, I helped get her off of drugs. Her teeth were fucked, and then after we broke up, she got new fucking teeth, and now everything's great. And it's like I helped get her to where she's at in a good spot, and I don't reap any benefits. So that's the whole analogy of pushing the boulder up the fucking mountain, and for it to come down for no reason, and basically just to help other people and get no acknowledgement, no nothing, no progress, and I just keep on having to live in the fucking sewer and struggle.